Hi friends, in today's Power Query tutorial, we are going to take a look into a real world scenario. So we have with us two sheets, donations and our employees. In the donation sheet, we are having a comprehensive list of around, you can see, 47 people who have made some kind of donation. And in the our employees sheet, we are having a list of all the employees in our company, totaling to about 39 employees. So there are more people in the donations, and in our employees there are only 39 people. Now what our company has decided is that all our employees who have made a donation amounting to less than 300 would be refunded instantly. And all those employees who have made a donation greater than or equal to 300 would also be refunded. However, they will go through a separate approval procedure. So we want to resolve these two solutions with the help of Power Query. So let me show you how you can do that. So here you notice that between both these sheets, donations and our employees, the common field is the name. However, in our employees, we have the name split into first name and last name. And in the donations, it is combined as first name and last name separated by a comma. So keep that in mind. So we'll go to our employee sheet first and we'll create a connection. So we'll right click anywhere inside this data and we will select get data from table/range. It's always a good habit that before you begin any kind of query, you save your work. So I've just saved my work. Now I'll right click anywhere on my data and I'll select get data from table/range. So here I am seeing all my data. I'll rename this to employees and I'll hit enter. So this query has got the name as employees. I'll select close and load to and I'll select only create connection and click on OK. Now I'll come to the donation sheet. Now this limit is there. I want to treat it as a variable. So I'll right click over here and I'll select get data from table/range and I'll right click on this and I'll select drill down. So here you can see it's drilled down and created a variable. We'll give the variable the name as limit and hit enter. So the variable has got the name as limit. So again I'll select file, close and load to and only create connection and select OK. Finally we come to this table, right click, get data from table/range and the table has come over here. Now the first thing which I want to do is I want to group this based on the donor name because there are certain people who have donated more than once. So we'll right click over here and we'll select group by. In group by, we will say that I would like to total the donation column based on the donors and give the column the name as total donation and I'll click on OK. So now it's grouped based on the total donation. Now I want to split this donors column into two. So I'll right click over here and I'll select split column by delimiter, and I'll select custom delimiter and give it the name as comma, comma, space, and select OK. And I'll rename this to first name, or I'll just say F name, and here I'll give it L name, standing for last name. Now this is a comprehensive, it contains a list of many people, and this is only the list of people in our companies. So first I want to create a merge query, and it should match with both these tables. So I want only the common records between both these tables. So I want to create a merge query. In order to create a merge query, I click on the merge queries over here and select merge queries as new. Now here you can see table 2 is listed on the top and employees table is listed at the bottom. Now I want to join the tables based on first name from here and first name from here. Keep the control key pressed and select last name from here and last name from here. And from the join kind, select inner join, only the matching rows, and click on OK. So you can see the merge query is created, showing only the matching rows. Now I'll delete this employees column. I don't need it, so I'll select remove. Now I want to make a query which will show me all those records which are less than 300, and then another query with all those records greater than 300. So what I'll do, I'll duplicate this query and give it the name as less than 300 and hit enter. And now I'll click on this drop down next to total donation, and number filters is there. I will say is less than, and over here I'll type 300 and select OK. Now instead of 300, I want to substitute over here the limit variable. So I'll double click over here and type limit and select my variable name. So this is my first query. Now I'll select merge one, again duplicate it, and here again I'll select right click, number filters is greater than or equal to, I will select 300 and select OK, and instead of 300 I will change this to the variable limit and hit enter. So our two queries are now ready. First is the less than 300 query, and second is greater than 300. I can rename this to greater than or equal 300. This is just a name. You can give any name of your choice and hit enter. Now finally I can select close and load and come back to Excel sheet. So you'll see all our queries will come one by one over here. So here this is greater than or equal to 300 query. This is less than 300. This is the merge table. This is table 2. This is our actual data. Now let's suppose that the company policy changes, and instead of 300 they say we will refund only for people who have made a donation of up to 200. So we select 200 and we hit enter. Now we come back to our queries. Since it was made in Power Query, I can just right click over here and select refresh. You can see all those who are greater than or equal to 200, and here right click and refresh, and all those who are less than 200 would be shown over here. So friends, hope you have learned something new in this query. If you like this Power Query video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you again in the next video. Till that time, goodbye.